All right, so you want to get into this Ari Lennox situation?
Yes.
All right, you want to play the video?
Yeah, go ahead.
I was never comfortable. I just remember every show just racing to get off stage, racing to get through my set. And then I found a spot where I was comfortable and I started trying to communicate with the audience. And then when I realized they were getting angry at me affirming them, I was like, okay, you're getting angry that I'm affirming you. This is not my crowd and it'll never be. Mm-hmm. And that's all right.
That's it. Yeah.
That's all right. You know what I mean? So it was tough. Like, it was tough and it was heavy on my soul, like feeling that energy, especially the day when the bottle happened, because that side of the stage, like, I felt the energy. I wasn't surprised that it happened. I felt it. It was, first of all, it was just all darkness. That's literally the energy that was coming from the left side.
So Ari Lennox went on tour with Rod Wave, and that was her experience going on tour with him. She said that the crowd was just like not feeling her. Their energy was not great. It was dark. I saw a little bit of footage from like her performances during that tour, and that audience was literally just standing there, silent, no movement, just looking at her. It was really weird. Like, Ari Lennox doesn't make bad music, regardless of if you're a R&B fan or not. There should be a couple people like at least doing a little sway back and forth, but there was none of that, and it was like a little uncomfortable to watch, like even on my phone. So I could only imagine how uncomfortable it would feel for her as an artist when she's like putting on a full show, and she was doing all the stuff. Like, she didn't look uncomfortable, but I could tell that, like, yeah, this is an uncomfortable situation.
I want to first just give her a shout out because, like, a lot of women in her situation would not have finished the tour.
No.
So I want to give her like 100%. Like, that's called doing the job.
Mm-hmm.
That's called being
she
a
had
professional.
a contract. Yeah.
That's called being a professional. I mean, shit, motherfuckers they break that shit all the time.
Yeah.
That's nothing. That's called being a professional. And like I said, I give her even more because of that she's a woman having to go through that. That's not the kind of atmosphere that you usually expect. Like, I remember when it was probably like 2008, I went to the Glow in the Dark tour, and Rihanna opened up for Kanye West.
Oh my God, you saw Rihanna?
Yeah, I saw Rihanna open up for Kanye West.
Oh, I'm so jealous. I've never seen her.
And she was amazing, and I think it was really important was that she fit what was kind of being led up to. And I think this was one of those instances where these two individuals, their two content, it don't mesh. The people who are involved, like the niggas who listen to Rod Wave were the niggas who called her a dog.
The niggas who listen to Rod Wave, yes, and they're just like depressed, like in the basement, like
I can see why she would want to join this
the
tour,
niggas
because
who listen to Rod Wave don't listen to R&B. They're not niggas who are in love. They are not niggas who like women.
R&B is not necessarily love focused at this point either, though, because Rod Wave is a darker melodic rap type sound. Like it blends R&B and rap together.
He does.
So and what I'm saying in regards to that is, like, she could blend into that kind of realm in a little bit.
I don't think her content,
but I think
does.
I think the reason why she went on the tour was because she thought the fact that the niggas that fuck with him was the same kind of niggas.
She thought it was gonna be R&B niggas in the crowd.
No, not that. I think the fact that the niggas who fuck with Rod Wave were similar to the niggas that said the dog comment, that got her right, that got her in some of the best physical condition that she's in now. And she thought she was going to go out there and we was going to be mutual. Like, y'all got me right, so now I'm going to get y'all right. And it wasn't mutual. I think that's what the thought process of everybody who was working this and who set this up was like, hey, you have a great story. The nigga said something to you. You went to the girl that I went to school with to work out with. Mm-hmm. They got that body right. You looking A1 hot sauce out here, mama. And them the niggas that inspired you. And they gonna love this music because they inspired you to get it right.
I fully and robustly disagree with that take. I think that is a terrible take. I think we'll add that to your list of terrible takes.
You can't act like the nigga. You can't act like the nigga that said she looked like a dog.
I think I'm gonna make a list of your actual terrible takes.
You can't act like the nigga that said she looked like a dog didn't inspire her to turn into the best physical version of herself that she's been.
She obviously internalized that and
turned it into energy.
Did the work but I don't think that
motivation.
She then went on that tour with Rod Wave because of whatever the fuck you just said. I can't even repeat it. I think she went on that tour with Rod Wave because she thought that the men in that audience were gonna be people who appreciated melody, i.e. people who probably appreciate R&B, and then she would probably tap into like maybe a different audience, a different fan base for herself. But that didn't happen at all because Ari Lennox's her content, it's not sad. Like her music isn't sad. It's sexy. Her last album specifically was very sexy. The one before that, I wouldn't say it's sad. Like there are like, it's not happy music, but it's real. But it's mostly leaning towards like.
So you trying to tell me she didn't know the fat nigga was going to jump off the balcony?
What is that? Did Rod Wave jump?
Yes, that's like part of his set is simulating unaliving himself by jumping off a balcony.
I didn't know that.
So you trying to tell me she didn't get to realize on that and be like,
her team should have knew that.
This may not be the vibe for me.
Her team should have knew that. I don't think Ari Lennox should have been there at all.
Niggas jumping off the third. I feel
like Ari Lennox would be better with like a division with like, if the nigga wasn't in jail, Tory Lanez, like, like a Summer Walker, like stay with the R&B clique. Like you didn't need to be at a Rod Wave.
He was throwing
anything.
He was throwing 275 into a ball pit every night.
And then if you gonna go on a rap tour, girl, just go on a Dreamville tour. Like, aren't you still part of Dreamville? Like, aren't you?
Rod Wave sell more though. That money probably different too. I'm pretty sure that check that she got going with him on this tour was probably one of her biggest checks. I'm pretty sure she won't even debate
her
that.
Her last album was amazing. In that tour that she went with, I think she went on tour with Summer Walker already. Like, I think that was probably.
Nah, that Rod Wave different. Them white boys go crazy for Rod Wave.
They do.
It's different. All right.